What's up guys, welcome back to the Dave Cave. Dave here, and today I'm having a look at the DC Multiverse, Cyborg Superman and Classic Bizarro by McFarlane Toys. Very excited to have these guys in hand. Thanks so much to Culture Shock Collectables for sending these guys out to me. Stay tuned until the end of the video where I will give you a discount code that you can use at Culture Shock Collectables on your next purchase. Thank you so much to any of you that are tuning back in, and to all of my new viewers, please consider subscribing. That would really help me out. I just hit a respectable, I would say, 800 viewers, and I am keen to keep growing the channel. Have a look back through my review, see if you like my stuff. I've been doing a whole bunch of Superman stuff recently. I mainly focus on DC Multiverse, but I like to branch out here and there wherever I can. Very excited to crack into these guys, so without further ado guys, let's get into it. Let's do this. Okie dokie guys, so here we have two very nice looking figures on first glance, and if these were posed up nicely on your shelf, I would definitely say that yeah, they're going to look fantastic in your collection. They look awesome here on the table, but I gotta say guys, the devil is in the details with one of these figures. But before we start having a look at the figures themselves, we'll take a look at the accessories. With a Cyborg Superman, he comes with the trading card, the standard DC Multiverse base, a regular human fist, and then a Cyborg Superman Terminator-esque pointing fist. He should have come with a thumbs up so you could emulate the ending of Terminator 2. And then with the Bizarro, we've got the trading card, the base, and then two kind of open flying hands there. And I've put the medallion on Bizarro because, I mean, I can't display Bizarro without his signature piece of bling. So yeah, Bizarro number one, beautifully scrawled there on his stone medallion. Yeah, looking very cool there. So guys, I'm gonna have a look at the Bizarro first because he's the figure that I have a bit of a gripe with. Now, awesome head sculpt. Let's take the medallion off. We'll have a look at that in a second. And yeah, tell me if you can spot it. Tell me if you can spot my gripe just by kind of looking at the figure. So yeah, on first glance, once again, the colors are very nice, kind of that like muted Christopher Reeve-esque color on the suit there. But yeah, I mean, the gray of the skin is very nicely done, and that head sculpt is just fantastic. Really like that head sculpt. But yeah, my issue with the figure is that he's based on the Action Comics 1000 Superman buck. So he's only got single jointed elbows. He's got the double jointed knees, and yeah, so he's basically off the buck of his reuse of the very first Superman figure that DC Multiverse ever did. With the exception of the S, obviously they had to just kind of flesh it out to make it just like a flush chest, and then they've painted the emblem on, or like tampoed it on backwards. But yeah, slightly disappointing there guys, but look, I'm not, you know, I don't think I need to pose Bizarro up in any like outrageously awesome poses. But I mean, this is an old buck, man, and he's short as well. I'm pretty sure he's a short figure. Yeah, like look at how much taller the Cyborg Superman is there. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It would have been nice if it was like a more updated buck, but once again, Bizarro, you know, I don't need to get Bizarro into any like Daredevil or Spidey poses or anything like that. Yeah, he's just for display for me personally, so I don't know. It doesn't upset me that much, but it might upset some of you out there as well. Having a look at the rest of the figure, yeah, colors are beautifully done, you know, and yeah, it's pretty much straight reuse, except we do have a very nice cloth cape with the backwards S on the cape as well. So that is very nice, and we've got wire in the hem there. So yeah, really nice touches on this old buck. Luckily they just haven't given us the old plastic cape. So yeah, slightly disappointing, but still overall pretty good. Let's have a look at the medallion now guys. So that is very nice there. Bizarro number 1. You can see the rope there is really nicely sculpted. So yeah, really, really nice little touch there. And bingo, bongo, bango, he looks fantastic. We'll do some comparisons with him in a second, but for now, let's have a look at Mr. Hank Henshaw here. Excellent stuff, guys. This is quite vastly different to the Bizarro. And this looks 100% brand new as far as I can tell. Maybe this arm might be reuse, but I'm not quite sure from where. But the rest looks all brand new. You can see those kind of metallic pieces on the leg there. This should have been painted in silver as well. You can even see it clearly on the trading card, like that right leg there has a metallic bit in the upper right thigh. But yeah, the rest really I cannot fault. There's no S on the back of the cape, but we do have a cloth wired cape, and sculpting is just sensational here. Double elbows, we've got the butterflies, we've got the double knees, we've got the toe artic as well. Everything is brand new and looking absolutely fantastic. What an excellent figure here, guys. And you know, if you were disappointed by the new 52 Cyborg Superman, then I mean, you really don't have much to complain about here, unless you just really don't like McFarlane figures and their lack of thigh articulation. Yeah, can't believe we still don't have thigh articulation, but that's just me. I like a bit of thigh articulation. But yeah, what an excellent figure here, guys. This is just beautiful. He's going to pose up really nicely and look fantastic on a flight stand, which, yeah, sadly you do not get. But yeah, I think this guy is just going to look sensational posed up with your Superman on the shelf there. And yeah, really, really nice stuff. All right, let's move on to some comparisons and we'll do some recommended reading. Alrighty, let's do some recommended reading for the lads, starting with Bizarro. Now, this book is Superman Escape from Bizarro World, written by the prolific Geoff Johns and his writing partner of the time, Richard Donner. Now, if you don't know either of those names, then you should at least know Geoff Johns if you're a DC person, and if you're in any way a Superman person, you should know the name Richard Donner because he is the director of Superman 78. That very first Christopher Reeve Superman movie. Yeah, so this team is kind of unusual, but not so unusual if you know the history. Geoff Johns actually interned for Richard Donner back in the day before he was a writer for DC. And so that kind of explains his move into DC films later on and his work producing some of the DC EU films with varied levels of success there. I think Johns did way better as a TV producer when he was working on Stargirl. I think Stargirl was a fantastic TV show and definitely worth a watch. Now, Geoff Johns and Dick Donner kind of started a Superman run with Superman Last Son with Andy Kubert. They went on to do this book, which was only a couple of issues, and then Geoff Johns continued his Superman run with his epic team up with Gary Frank, which then kind of led into the new Krypton era. So yeah, really cool stuff from Johns and Donner here. Now, another highly recommended read here. This is Bizarro Comics. This should still be in print, either in hardcover or softcover. I'm pretty sure it's been in print for years, and I'm pretty sure you can get an omnibus of the 2 volumes. I've got both of the volumes in hardcover, but as you can see there, that cover is by none other than Matt Groening, guys, The Simpsons and Futurama guy. So what Bizarro Comics is basically a huge compilation of indie artists get together to do a whole bunch of DC Comics related stuff, and some of the names in these books are amazing. I can't think of any off the top of my head because it is quite a prolific list there, but yeah, it's pretty impressive stuff, and it's just some really surprisingly heartfelt stuff and a lot of good laughs to be had in Bizarro Comics as well. Alrighty, next up with Hank Henshaw here. Now, I guess the obvious one is the return of Superman, but you know, that's a little on the nose. So I'm gonna go with some Green Lantern here, guys. If you haven't read the Sinestro Cold War, this is a fantastic book. I was just way into reading comics at the time, single issues month to month, and I tell you what, there's nothing like it, man. If you could read your comics month to month, do it, because the way that these authors tease some of their crossovers is just amazing. And this was, I remember putting down the lead-in issue to the Sinestro Cold War and just having a real mind-blown moment, because Hank Henshaw makes an appearance there in the end. Sorry for the spoilers, in a very, very big bad way. So yeah, really, really cool Green Lantern story if you haven't read it before. So there you have it, guys. There's my review on these two bad boys. Really a pair of awesome figures. Bizarro's just let down by being, reuse on a, not very optimal buck there. I mean, you can still see the like really pronounced ball joints on the ankles and the wrists there. So, these are kind of bucks that we've kind of been done with for a couple of years. So to bring it back is a little disappointing. Not to mention, the single elbows, which kind of sucks. But, I can forgive it that it is Bizarro. He's kind of supposed to be a janky, kind of shambolic kind of character, almost zombie-like. So I don't need to have him in any really dynamic poses. And then I really cannot fault that Hank Henshaw Cyborg Superman at all. I think he is a superb figure. He's knocked it for 6, as us Australians say, or as the Americans would say. They really hit a home run with that figure. So yeah, fantastic stuff there. Alrighty, guys, that's it for me. Time to bust out of here. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, thanks to Culture Shock for sponsoring the channel. Head on over to cultureshockcollectables.com and use the code DAVECAVE at checkout, guys, and that'll get you a nice little discount on your next order. And every purchase you make earns you points that you can use on a voucher on an even bigger discount. So currently I've got over 3,000 points saved up at Culture Shock, which will I'm very close to getting $100 off my next order. So that's just one example of the savings that you can make when you put in the time and effort and show one of the best in the biz here, Australia, some love. So shop with confidence at Culture Shock Collectables, guys. They are the bee's knees. That's it from me, guys. Until next time, until the next review, until the next Instagram post, until the next live stream, you guys take care of each other, and please remember to read more comics and buy more toys. See ya.